Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, the Millennial Investor, and today we're going over once again the almighty Tesla stock. Tesla stock just seems to just be on an incredible tear, and it seems like it's never going to end. And before we get into this video, I wanted to show you a video that I posted about 4 or 5 months ago. This is from my channel. This is actually one of the most viewed videos on my channel. And basically, I just wanted to play this short little clip, and this was the opinion that I gave on Tesla when it was $1,300 a share. Now, this was before the split. Like I said, this was many months ago. And if you adjust the share price for the split, this was back when it was $274. So this was my opinion back when this company was 275 bucks. And today, based off the split price, today it is 546. An incredible move up, about double the price when we last shot this video. So I'm going to go ahead and play this little clip right now. My opinion on whether or not you should be buying the stock. If you're focused on the long term, if you're wanting to buy this company and you're wanting to hold it for a year, 2 years, 5 years, absolutely go out and buy it. Don't focus on the price. Don't worry about it getting down to 1,300. Don't worry about it getting down to 1,000. Buy it at whatever price you see it at. I think you should buy the stock if you are a believer in the company. So that was the clip that I played on my channel back many months ago when the stock was about half the price that it was. And basically, when I look at the stock price now, I'm going to give you guys my opinion as to whether or not this will hold up. Now, if you want to see an in-depth dive of the company, what you can do is you can go to my channel. And my channel has two really in-depth videos about Tesla. So what I would do is go to my main channel, go to my popular uploads, and look at these two videos I posted about Tesla. It goes into a lot of things with the balance sheet, the income statement, the products that they're selling, their gigafactories, their dominance in the electric vehicle space, and overall, this company is not a car company. Tesla stock is a tech company. But the reason why this company is having a huge upwards movement is not anything to do with the company's performance. It has to do with the addition to the S&P 500. This company will be joining the S&P 500 on December 21st. Right now I'm filming this video. This is November 24th. So about a month from now, Tesla stock will be joining the S&P 500. Upon entry, Tesla is already one of the S&P 500's 10 most valuable companies based on Monday's closing prices. Tesla was snubbed in September after it met criteria to be included in the S&P 500, but was not initially picked by the S&P 500 Index Committee. Tesla shares spiked more than 13% in extended trading on the news, as money managers with funds which tracks the S&P 500 will need to buy the stock for their portfolios. The company, led by CEO Elon Musk, has long been plenty valuable enough for the inclusion in the S&P 500. And speaking of Elon Musk, the amount of wealth that this guy has recently created from Tesla has been incredible. Tesla hits 500 billion market cap for the first time, and that's as of this morning when the stock opened up. It opened up at about 5% up or so, and this company now has a $500 billion market cap. So what we're going to do on M1 Finance, this is the brokerage that I use. And by the way, if you're not familiar with me, if you're not familiar with the channel, my name is Jordan. I'm the Millennial Investor. I'm a dividend investor. And the brokerage that I use is M1 Finance. So if you're interested in signing up with this brokerage, I have a link that is down in the description. You can be the 57th person to sign up, and you can get $10 just for signing up and depositing $100 to the platform. But something that's really cool here with M1 Finance is that if we want to research a stock or if we want to research an ETF, what we can do is we can click this research tab here. And if we click stocks, it will sort by the largest market cap companies on Earth. And if we scroll down just a little bit, we can see that Tesla is now one of the most valuable companies on planet Earth. This also includes this being more valuable now than any other company that I own. The most valuable company that I own based off of market cap is Visa. And it is now about 20% higher than that of Visa, 25% higher. That is incredible, the amount of growth this company has seen. All these companies, it is worth more than Coca-Cola, worth more than Pepsi, worth more than the largest bank in the world, JP Morgan Chase, real estate investment trusts, tech companies like Broadcom, Visa, like I mentioned earlier. All these companies, it is now worth more of. And this company has only been profitable for about the last 5 quarters. Now, I know the opportunity for Tesla is massive. I know that they have massive opportunities for the tech space with their different software and hardware products that they offer, and their overall sales with their vehicles just dominating the electric vehicle space. But I think that people really need to tread lightly, because with this company now hitting a $500 billion market cap, being worth more than pretty much any other company out there, this is getting way ahead of itself. And if you're a shareholder now, I think it is time for you to sell out. I've never recommended Tesla investors to sell out of their shares. There's been times when I said, oh, you probably shouldn't buy it. When I filmed this video, when it was about $250 a share, I said that you should buy it. You should not really worry about the price. If you're a believer in the company, you should hold on to the shares. And then the company went up to $300 a share. And then it went up to $400 a share. And now it's well past $500 a share, about $550 at the time I'm filming this. If you're still a shareholder, I think it's time to sell out. I usually don't recommend selling out of growth companies, but I think if you're owning this company right now, the upside potential, this company is priced to absolute perfection. If this company does not maintain the level of success that it does now, it is going to be hit extremely hard. I don't think that you should be owning Tesla at these prices. If you're a shareholder, you should sell out. The good news is, though, the people that are not selling out, for example, Elon Musk, the guy that is the majority shareholder, Elon Musk has millions of shares of Tesla. And now with shares of Tesla being worth over $500,000 a share, Elon Musk has overtaken Bill Gates to become the world's second richest person. Elon Musk is now the world's second richest person according to the Bloomberg Billionaire Index after overtaking Microsoft billionaire Bill Gates. Musk saw his net worth rise by 7.2 billion to 128 billion on Monday. The only person ahead of Musk now is Amazon's Jeff Bezos, who took the top spot from Gates in 2017 and has stayed there since. And guess what? If Tesla does keep moving up the way that it is, and it does indeed break past 550, if it goes to 600, 700, well, guess what? Musk is now going to be the richest person on earth, overpassing that of Jeff freaking Bezos, the creator of Amazon. This is incredible news. Now, like I said, while I don't agree that you should be buying Tesla stock, I am really excited for Elon Musk and the company as a whole. I do want this company to succeed. I don't want it to go burn down in flames. I'm definitely a believer in this company. I want them to do good, and I even was interested in this company years ago, well before it had this price move up, but it just doesn't fit into my investing strategy. But overall, guys, if you're wanting to buy it now, I think you're a little late to the party, and I think if you're buying it now and you didn't buy it 6 months ago, a year ago, I think you're experiencing a lot of FOMO, a lot of fear of missing out, and Tesla stock probably isn't for you. So let's close out these tabs and let's get into some news here. And if we look at the major three indexes, we look at their ETFs here. Let's look at the Dow. The Dow is now at all-time highs, breaking its new all-time high today, with a 2% yield now with this massive move up, breaking past its previous all-time highs at the beginning of the year. Let's look at the S&P 500. The S&P 500 SPY ETF is moving well past its all-time highs of 330, 340 a share. Now it's in the 360s, and even today, up another 1.25%. You know the NASDAQ. We've all kept in touch with the NASDAQ. It is at sky-high valuations, breaking incredibly far past its previous all-time high at the beginning of the year, about $230. Now it is at $290. And with this, with sky-high valuations, you really have to start focusing on value in companies. Start focusing on profits, start focusing on valuation, because eventually the stock market will go down. A lot of people panic sold back in early March of this year, in April, and a lot of people regret it now because we're all-time highs. But if you're seeing these sky-high prices, do not FOMO into the market. Buy into valuable companies, preferably dividend stocks, or companies that have a high level of profitability and are going to be around for the long run. But in that, one of the reasons why the market is moving up so high today is because of the recent announcement of who is going to be our Fed chairman. Who is Janet Yellen, Biden's pioneering pick to lead the Treasury amid a deep crisis? Janet Yellen is going to be our new Fed chair. Now, the reason why this is so important, President-elect Joe Biden has picked economist Janet L. Yellen, a battle-tested leader who helped the nation recover from the Great Recession, to the U.S. Treasury Secretary. More recently, Yellen has become a leading voice urging Congress to pass more stimulus aid to prevent lasting damage from the pandemic. Now, the position that she's going to hold is very important for that of the economy. Yellen is going to have a major say in what goes on with these indexes right here. The S&P 500. If another stimulus package was passed for any reason, this is probably going to help the stock market in a massive way. The people that have wealth, the people that are owners in major corporations are going to benefit from this the most, including myself, who owns a lot of shares of these major companies. Now, Janet Yellen, what's so important of this is that she is one of the major leaders that is promoting more stimulus to the economy. Now, my debate here is not whether or not that's a good or a bad thing. We could talk about that all day. But what's important here is that with her being in that position, it is much more likely now that another stimulus package is going to be passed. And if that happens, expect these companies, specifically the QQQ, specifically the NASDAQ, to go to ridiculous levels. I think that if that were to get passed, that this would get well past 300 a share by the end of 2021. I'm going to go ahead and make that prediction now. If that gets passed, you're looking at massive upside opportunity. Now, I'm not necessarily against a stimulus package, and I'm not necessarily for it either. But with rising coronavirus cases and still massive unemployment and lower GDP, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but it might be a little bit of overkill and put the Fed in a little bit of a tough position. I'm kind of in between on it. I'm not really for or against it either way, but me as an investor, I know I would definitely benefit from it if that stimulus checks were to get sent out again. Now, last up, before we end the video, the last thing I wanted to go over was Steve Mnuchin. He just recently made a decision to cut the Fed lending power, but sources say emergency programs can be revived. If we scroll down here, Mnuchin announced Thursday that he will not extend the Fed's programs that use Congress's CARE Act funds. Created in response to the financial panic that accompanied the lockdowns in the spring, these programs gave the Fed ability to lend up to $4.5 trillion with a T, $4.5 trillion into various financial markets. Mnuchin argued that it was the intent of Congress for the funds to expire. Now, what's interesting that if we scroll down and keep reading this article, but people familiar with the decision say that Mnuchin, or a new Treasury Secretary from the Biden administration, which we just went over who that is, could decide to revive the emergency lending programs under a new agreement with the Fed. About $25 billion of existing equity from the Treasury will be left at the Fed from the CARES Act funds. In addition, the Treasury has about $50 billion in the Exchange Stabilization Fund using 10-to-1 leverage, which is what is used for the emergency programs. The Fed will have about $750 billion of lending authority to backstop markets in the event of a disruption. Now, right here, this little sentence. But people familiar with the decision say that Mnuchin, or a new Treasury Secretary from the Biden administration, could decide to revive the emergency lending program under a new agreement with the Fed. So really the statement that was just made that a lot of people reacted negatively towards might not be holding up for the long run. So regardless of what you're wanting to do with the stock market, I think you should invest no matter what happens. I think that the economy is starting to bounce back. I don't really care what happens with the coronavirus cases or really anything that goes on with the Fed. Like I always say, if you're investing in solid companies like the 26 ones that I own, they're going to be profitable. They're going to expand. They're going to increase revenues, increase profits, no matter what happens with anything going on with the economy or with the Fed, because these companies are innovative, profitable, and they always find a way to bounce back. But thank you guys so much. You watched all the way to the end. Like I said, my name is Jordan. I'm the Millennial Investor, and I invite you to subscribe if you're new, and you can watch me update these charts every single month. I didn't really showcase these at the beginning of the video like I normally do. And if you want to get signed up with the brokerage that I showcase in all of my videos, this is M1 Finance, and you can get signed up using this referral link that is down in the description. You can get $10 for signing up if you deposit $100 to the platform, and you would help support the channel, and that link is down below in the description, as well as sharing my pie with the 26 companies that I currently own is also down there below. But thank you guys so much. We're seeing some great growth in the portfolio with some great activity of dividends and referrals and buys and all different types of stuff like that. So thank you guys so much. Have a happy early Thanksgiving on me. I hope you guys stay safe. Stay away from the coronavirus. Eat lots of Thanksgiving turkey, and especially that honey glazed ham that I know I'm about to tackle right after I finish this video. Thank you guys so much, and I'll speak to you guys next time.